If you're going to practice or play Dyna Blade, you have to do it on a new file, because if you've gone through the stage before on a file, all the bosses are going to have normal health, but if it's on a new file, they have half health, which is very important because that's what you're going to be doing in the run, since you haven't cleared it yet, and you're only going to be clearing it once. Over in this tutorial, I'm going to be explaining the non-jet mix route for Spring Breeze. Very outdated, loses a lot of time, like 30 seconds. But if you're just starting out, it's good enough. So, Spring Breeze is the only game where you have to say no twice, hold start afterward, and then press start. It's also the only game where you have to press start to advance cutscenes. You're gonna pick up beam at the very start, move forward, and you're gonna be covering yourself with that dash attack. If you saw me jumping there, anytime Kirby jumps, he has a hitbox going above him, which will take out any enemies. And then when he's falling, if he's in that stance, this frame, he also has a hitbox going down. So there's a mini boss up here. You can skip it if you're really good at mashing. Just mash above the screen. If you're not familiar with the mini boss skips, they'll be more prevalent in future tutorials. But pretty much, since there's the little bomber guy there, you're gonna enter by doing this, taking the bomber guy out that I took out beforehand, and then doing dashes to kill the mini boss. Moving forward, cover yourself with that beam attack, and enter the door. Using your hitbox to make sure you don't get hit there, and going on to the tree. For the tree, it is 5 charge shots to kill him, or 4 plus 2 non-charge shots, in case you accidentally fire early. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You want to be kind of close to the tree, that way you don't get attacked by his wind shoot if he decides to do it. Going on to stage 2, again you have to press start to skip this cutscene. You want to do it as quickly as possible. And in this entire stage, you're going to be trying to get your power popped. So you're going to take intentional hits wherever you can, like here, here, and you're also going to hit this spike. If you lose your power there, it's really good because then you don't have to make a partner and despawn the partner later. Because I'm going to be switching out my ability for Crash here. For that last section, it's really simple. Just grab the candy, go forward, spawn camp the mini-boss, and get on the star. So make a partner here if you didn't get your power popped, inhale the Crash enemy, and jump to the door in case the sword guy gets in the way. One shot of the Crash is going to kill them both instantly, and then if you want to save a little bit of time, despawn your partner. 1, 2, 3, A. That skips the cutscene of the partner getting despawned. It's not exactly 1, 2, 3, A. You're holding down right. Just go 1, slide, fall down the thing. 2, 3, wait a bit, A. But since I missed optimal sliding, I was just able to press A right away. If you miss it, just despawn your partner normally. You don't want partners that make enemy bosses have more health as well as lag the game out a bit. For Spring Breeze 3, it's quite simple. You just go to the end as a normal Kirby. Again, there's not really any good strats for this, since Kirby isn't really equipped to go through this game normally. For this boss, you're gonna pick up the enemy, dash, shoot. It's important that you dash, because the dash does more damage than just normal shooting. And then you're gonna go over here and guard. The dash shot does 99 damage, and the guard does 1, which is enough to kill Kracko Jr. If you miss the dash for whatever reason, like say you hold it for too long, then you just wait for him to make another enemy and shoot him again. For this part, as you saw, I just puffed through that part and then slid. Yeah, if you wait there too long, this guy's gonna get you. go to the end here, you're gonna puff that enemy and hail him and then go through the door. But talking about that mini-boss again, if you're not getting enough damage and you are dashing, it's because you waited too long. It has to be dash, shoot. If you're holding dash too long, for some reason, it doesn't get the additional damage. For this room, go to the right here, puff up, and hail this guy. Oh, that's actually important to go for. So, usually you're going to want to buffer holding down, but since you're over this, you have to wait a little bit. If you buffer holding down when inhaling an enemy, it ensures that you get the ability as soon as possible, but since you're over a falling place, you'll just fall like I did. Against Kracko, you go up to the top here, puff up, down, down. It's important that you go up first, because if you try puffing while going down, there's no way you have enough time to get that damage in. Pick up the star and move forward. You actually have two different Kracko patterns there. They're both done the same way. Just stone at the start, move to the left, stone to kill. Last stage is Mount DDD. So the way stone works, this is really one of the only places you're going to be using stone for combat, is it has a main hitbox there that does 80 damage, which is absurd. And it also has a side hitbox when it hits the ground with these stars, which doesn't do nearly as much damage. So against DDD, you want to line yourself up very specifically, so that way you're hitting with the main stone, but not the stars, and also not in a place where you can get hit when leaving your stone. It's very difficult to do. If you want to prioritize something, prioritize getting the damage in. So if you want to just go right on his face, do it. Get on his face, take the hit, and then move forward. But here's how it's done. Hopefully I can show the sidelines like that. And that's the ideal fight. Again, hitting him with the stars doesn't really do anything. You have to hit him with the main part of the stone. And that's the end of Spring Breeze. You just hold start, starting from that last cutscene, and you're done with it.